Have you ever pondered the distinctions between religion and spirituality, often used interchangeably but not synonymous? Delve into the nuanced differences to better understand these paths towards discovering truth, answering life's fundamental soul questions of who, how, why, and what. Throughout history, humanity has ardently sought the elusive truths that define our existence and the universe. This quest for eternal wisdom has been channeled through the dual lenses of religion and spirituality, with each offering unique perspectives and approaches to uncovering the mysteries of life. While these paths share commonalities and are intertwined in their quest for truth, they also exhibit differences that shape the ways in which individuals navigate their spiritual journeys. Religion. By definition, religion is a personal set or institutionalized system of religious attitudes, beliefs, and practices, the service and worship of God or the supernatural. Spirituality encompasses a profound sense of connection to a higher plane or dimension beyond oneself, infusing everyday existence with reverence and sanctity. In the words of Christina Puchalski, Maryland, a trailblazer in integrating spirituality into healthcare. Spirituality represents the facet of human nature that pertains to how individuals seek and articulate meaning and purpose, as well as how they perceive their interconnectedness to the present moment, to their inner selves, to others, to the natural world, and to that which is considered profound or sacred. Origins of religions and spirituality. Religion. Religions are most often based upon the lives, teachings, and beliefs of a historical or archetypal figure. For example, Christ, Buddha, Moses, Krishna, Muhammad. The details of their lives as holy or highly evolved beings have been carried to us across the mists of time through oral tradition and written scriptures. These figures are the subject of worship and devotion and form the foundation of religious practices and rituals in a community. Spirituality. By contrast, spirituality is more often based upon the practical application of the founder's teachings. Spiritual aspirants heed the advice of Japanese poet Matsuo Basho: "Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the wise. Seek what they sought." The lines blur. If you feel these definitions get blurry and cross into each other's territory, you're not alone. For example, you may know people who consider themselves spiritual, but not religious. Conversely, there can be individuals who are devoutly religious, but are not what most would consider deeply spiritual. Let's try to clear things up by taking a closer look at the most defining differences between religious and spiritual paths. Bear in mind that there are no absolutes in these distinctions. They are merely general markers meant to better explore the qualities between two equally valid approaches to seeking the truth. Objective versus subjective experience. Religion. On the whole, a formal religion is often an objective experience. In other words, there is usually a greater focus on the externals. Houses of worship, for example, a church, books of scripture, eternal rituals. Observances. This is the equivalent of object referral, in which your attention is placed upon the objects in your experience. Spirituality. Spirituality, however, leans more toward self-referral, or the internalization of your awareness of your soul. Spirituality is an inward journey that involves a shift in awareness rather than some form of external activity. As such, spirituality is much more about inner understanding than outer worship. This is not to say that worship is not a part of spirituality. It's a matter of where the devotion and worship are directed. To an external practice, object, or figurehead, to your soul, higher self, or divinity within organized versus formless religion. One of the hallmarks of religion is its organization. It is a structured, frequently rule-based construct that to some degree governs the behavior of its members. Moral rules, laws, and doctrines, as well as specific codes and criteria, create the organized structure that contains the religion's specific belief system. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. In previous, more uncertain times, the rules and dogma of organized religion helped to give society a sense of certainty and helped to guide and comfort those whose faith was lacking. Spirituality. Spirituality, though, breaks free from the restrictions and rigid structure sometimes associated with traditional religion. The spiritual aspirant recognizes that he or she is on a pathless path of self-discovery. They are following not a set of external rules, but their own inner call to spirit. In this way, spirituality can sometimes feel like a rebellious act of going solo and leaving the tribe.
I believe that a person can be spiritual without following any specific religion. A spiritual person always helping living being feel at peace and connect with the great Creator through love. Love the creation of God, animals, and birds, feel comfortable with Him. But from a religious person, you can expect either goodness or its opposite, depending on their religion and their leaders, whether they are good-natured and loving or contrary to it.